Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are joined again by the lovely Neil from Sandals. So hi Neil, thank you once again for joining us.
Welcome.
If any of you have been watching our other recordings, you will probably have seen Neil before. Neil knows literally everything there is to know about the Sandals Resort. So we've got a couple of other recordings on our YouTube channel surrounding Sandals. We've done one on the Eastern Caribbean Sandals Resort, and today we are focusing on the Sandals resorts that are on the wonderful Caribbean island of Jamaica. And I believe that Jamaica is where it all started for Sandals back in 1981. They now have 6 resorts, and they also have 2 beaches resorts, which if you are going on your honeymoon and taking your children along with you, then that could be a fantastic choice of destination for you. But I'm going to hand over to Neil, and he's going to tell us all about the 6 resorts, which will help you give you some information on which one might be best for you to choose for your honeymoon destination. So Neil, I'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Lisa. Hello, everyone. I'm back again. And today I'm going to talk to you, as Lisa says, about probably our most important island in terms of resorts to sell, and that's the home of Sandals, Jamaica. So in terms of location, Sandals, we're only Caribbean hoteliers, and there is a separate session on the Eastern Caribbean resorts if you'd like to tune into that, but I'm going to concentrate today on Jamaica only. So in terms of where we are, there we are, on the sort of Caribbean, Southwest Caribbean, if you like. And Jamaica is a great island in terms of, one, getting there because we're serviced with direct flights from the UK, but also it's a great island to look at if you maybe want to do a multi-center. We get a lot of people, families that like to combine maybe the US with Jamaica. We can also look at cruise and stay combinations as well. But of course, I want you just to stay for your whole holiday at Jamaica if you can. The island itself, Jamaica, is population to 2.7 million inhabitants at last count. Capital Kingston, English speaking, 6 resorts, as Lisa said, and we also have 2 beaches, family resorts as well. So to give you a little bit of a geography in terms of where we are and where our resorts are. When you're flying into Jamaica, you've got the option of 2 airports. There's the international airport at Kingston, and we also have the more popular airport of Montego Bay. So depending on which Sandals resort area you're looking at going to, all of them are accessible from Montego Bay. However, if you're looking at flights into Kingston, which are British Airways flights, then you need to just be a little bit careful because Kingston really services the north resorts. It's Sandals in OCHO RIOS, in the OCHO RIOS area. If you're going to be looking at going to the Montego Bay area, NEGRIL or White House, you're looking at a minimum of a 3-hour transfer by road, but Montego Bay would be that shorter transfer. So just be a bit careful in terms of looking at flights and researching flights, which obviously Lisa and Matt can advise you on. Montego Bay would service all resorts and resort areas easily, with a maximum really of an hour, 45-minute transfer. Kingston, just be careful as to which resort area you're going to. You might have a long transfer. Okay, so you have OCHO RIOS in the north, where we have 2 Sandals and 1 beaches resort. Along the coast to Montego Bay, we have 2 Sandals resorts. Keep traveling along the coast to the west coast, and you have a Sandals in NEGRIL and also a beaches NEGRIL. Following the coast round, you have Sandals South Coast. And today I'm going to give you a whistle-stop tour of all resorts. If you've seen any of the other previous sessions that we've recorded, you'll know that really all of our resorts have a different look, a different feel, a different DNA to them, and that's the beauty of Sandals. We like to say that there's a resort for everyone. So if you want a big resort, we've got big on Jamaica. If you want maybe a small intimate resort, we've definitely got that in Jamaica as well. If you want an all VIP resort, we actually have Royal Plantation, which is all butler suites. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And that's what I mean about having something for everyone. And hopefully within that, we've got something within budget for everyone as well. So we're not just selling a resort, we're selling a destination. I'm sure a lot of you know what Jamaica is like. It's just the most amazing people, the most friendly people. There's such you know, this really is the true Caribbean, Jamaica. There's a lot to do on the island as well, from maybe catching a bobsleigh down Mystic Mountain to climbing Dunn's River Falls to rum tasting at the Appleton Rum Factory, catamaran cruises as well, which we pretty much run and you can book from every single resort. So if you've never been to Jamaica before, maybe never been to the Caribbean before, then obviously Matt and Lisa are your experts and they can advise you on you know, what the types of things that you can do, and obviously we can pre-book that for you as well. Now, when you arrive into Jamaica, so you've come into either Montego Bay, Sangster International Airport, you've come into Kingston. We do have arrivals lounges at both airports. So you collect your luggage, you clear customs and immigration, you walk out into the arrivals hall. And this picture that you can see here is at Sangster International Airport. So you just make your way to the Sandals Lounge. Also, if you're a Peak Beaches customer, you go to the Sandals Lounge. They tag your luggage. You can quickly grab your first red stripe of your holiday or a soft drink. And then we'll put you on the transfer bus or private transfer through to the resort, which, as I say, from Sangster is going to be no more than an hour and 45 minutes. So you arrive relaxed, and hopefully then you arrive in your resort relaxed as well. So on our little trip around the resort today, we're just going to be going around the resorts, around the islands today. I've chartered this BUTCH'S bus for us. So if you're all ready, let's hop on and off we go. And it's just a 10-minute transfer down to our 2 resorts in the Montego Bay area, because we've flown into Montego Bay this morning. So we have Sandals Montego Bay and we have Sandals Royal Caribbean. And they're roughly 5 minutes by road away from each other, 5–10 minutes absolute maximum, and a 10-minute transfer from the airport. So I'm going to start the journey today at Sandals Montego Bay. We refer to Sandals Montego Bay as the flagship resort. And the reason why we do that is because back in 1981, this is the first resort that our late chairman, purchased. A bit of rundown real estate that needed a bit of TLC, if you like. And thankfully, in the last sort of 40 years or so, it's been totally transformed into this absolutely amazing resort. This is the one resort that has one of our highest numbers of returning guests. Customers absolutely love Sandals Montego Bay. So we get people that travel here. I've got UK customers that will go here, you know, 2, sometimes 3 times a year, such as the vibe and the feel and the friendliness of that particular resort. So it's set on a beautiful white sand beach. It's had a multi-million-dollar makeover in the last sort of 4 or 5 years. It's had a huge investment to the point where myself, having worked for Sandals over 10 years, it's almost unrecognizable, but it's got everything. Medium-sized resort by Sandals standards, 272 unique rooms and suites, but very, very self-contained in the fact that we've got 12 restaurants here. You've got 6 bars as well. And, you know, pretty much a footprint, a DNA of all of our Sandals resorts is that they are located on some of the best beaches across the Caribbean. So as you can see here, and you'll see throughout all the resorts we're going to visit today, they are located slap bang on the beach. You're only ever a stone's throw from the beach. So Sandals Montego Bay, beautiful white sand beach, pretty much as much of a private beach as you can get. And you can see a lot of over the water stuff here. So if you're looking at maybe a destination Caribbean, destination Jamaica wedding, we do have an over the water wedding chapel. We have a lots of sort of beachfront gazebos as well, over the water gazebos. So it's perfect choice for a Caribbean wedding, obviously a honeymoon as well. The dining is incredible. So if you've tuned into any of our previous webinars, you will know that with Sandals, you can eat what you want when you want. We don't limit the number of choice times you can eat at any one of our restaurants. We don't charge any cover charges either, unlike a lot of all-inclusives. Some of the restaurants, and a good example at Sandals Montego Bay is Tokyo Joe's, also the Oleander Room. They will be exclusive just to that particular resort, but some of the others you will find in other resorts as well. So like the Bayside, which is our international sort of buffet restaurant, that will feature at a number of other restaurants across the Sandals portfolio as well. One of my favorite restaurants actually is called BUTCH'S Steak and Seafood. So we introduced this back into Montego Bay about 3-4 years ago. It's the most amazing cuts of steak and red meat. We also have seafood here as well, vegetarian options, and anyone with allergies, obviously we can cater for that as well. So BUTCH'S Steak and Seafood, named after our late chairman Gordon Butch Stewart, absolutely amazing. Right next door, you've got Soy, which is a sushi bar, and you've got sashimi, you've got, you know, whatever you like, vegetarian fish, raw fish, you've got it all at Soy. And that's open generally in the evenings as well, as is BUTCH'S. So with the rooms, good news, I'm not going to show you all 272 rooms this morning, but what I am going to try and do at each resort is just to pick out some of the key rooms which I particularly like, and hopefully you'll like as well. But it will give you a feel for the decor and the types of things that we offer. So every room has a different look and feel to it. There's no standard blueprint, as I mentioned, and this is a Crystal Lagoon swim up club level luxury room with patio tranquility soaking tub. Bit of a mouthful, but the key words in there is the fact that you've got a swim up room, which is a club level room as well. The decor, you'll notice that this varies from resort to resort, but one thing that's standard at all of our resorts, all of our rooms, is you get a king size bed. Okay, because it's club level, you're going to get a full bar, which is restocked daily as well with alcohol. So you get Robert Mondavi wine, you'll get spirits in your room, all your soft drinks, your mixers, water as well, and that's restocked daily. It's unlimited. It's not a mini bar, it's a complimentary bar, and that's with the club level rooms and above. But we do include alcohol in the lower categories of room as well, just not the spirits. Okay, so that might be something you want to maybe upgrade and look at a club level room for that reason. Well appointed, totally refurbished, beautiful bathrooms, but you benefit on this particular category by the fact that you've got a swim up room. I mentioned about the over the water wedding chapel, which you can see there on the right hand side. So amazing if you want if you're looking for to get married in the Caribbean or in Jamaica. But also we have a traditional wedding chapel, which is located in the gardens at Sandals Montego Bay. So if you're looking for a more traditional sort of Caribbean or Jamaica wedding, then you'd need to look at Sandals Montego Bay, and absolutely amazing. So lots of customers do go to Montego Bay for that reason, the fact that we offer these two options. Now, if you're staying at Sandals Montego Bay, you also have exchange privileges with Sandals Royal Caribbean, which we're going to look at in a second. So what does that mean? That means that you can use all the facilities in Royal Caribbean, including all the restaurants. You can spend the day there. We actually even provide a regular bus service, bus transfer between the two resorts as well. So you can go to Royal Caribbean for dinner. So it's opening up the experiences, it's opening up your dining options, and it's opening up another resort to you as well. So it's set along Sandals Montego Bay, Jamaica's best private beach, fully refurbished in 2017 and 2018. So let's hop back on the bus and off we go, 5 minutes down the road to Sandals Royal Caribbean. So Sandals Royal Caribbean has a very sort of British feel to it, if you like. Okay, you'll notice that in a lot of the areas of the resorts with their names, which I'll show you in a second. So it is very much a royal resort, hence the name Sandals Royal Caribbean. Similar size to Montego Bay with 232 rooms and suites, and location-wise very compact, but you're right slap bang on the beach as well. So what I meant by the royal influence, you've got the Kensington Cove Village, and you've also benefit at being only one of 2 resorts in the Sandals portfolio which has its own private island as well. So it's called Sandals Key. You get to it via a boat from the mainland just outside the beachfront village there. A couple of minutes and you're at Sandals Key. There's a Thai restaurant on the island. You can spend the day there just maxing and relaxing, but our guests absolutely love that private island experience as well. We've added 48 new rooms and suites in this particular resort. We've added swim-up rooms, which we didn't have very many of, and these opened earlier in 2021. They're called Crystal Lagoon Hideaway Swim-Up Club level rooms with the soaking tub on the balcony. And we've also added above the swim-up rooms, you've also got Hideaway Junior Suites as well with the soaking tub. So those aren't swim-ups. That's generally the main difference between them. And those are on sale now, and as I say, there's 48 of them. We also back end of last year we unveiled a new room, a new building which was totally refurbished called the Sandringham building, and I have to show you some of the pictures of the rooms here. You know, slightly different with the decor to what I just showed you at Montego Bay. That's what I mean by, you know, each resort having its different sort of characteristics and charm, if you like. But this is a Royal Beachfront Club Suite with a soaking tub. There it is, right on the balcony. Beautiful views to die for up over the private island, and the over the water suites as well. And at the very top, you've got a butler suite as well with the most amazing views over the Caribbean. Well-appointed room, plasma TV, amazing bathroom, and the soaking tub as well. And this is actually home, Royal Caribbean, to the first over-the-water butler suites. Okay, you probably saw it on the map, the map I showed you just a second ago. So they actually come off of the private island, and there's 5 of them which are larger square footage wise, which actually come with a plunge pool, and then there's some smaller ones as well which have an over the water hammock. So sort of 2 price points, if you like, depending on whether you're going for the pool option or the non-pool option. But hey, perfect for a wedding, perfect for a honeymoon. So Sandals Royal Caribbean would be one I would recommend for that reason. 9 global gourmet restaurants. Remember the full exchange privileges with Sandals Montego Bay. So that actually opens up 21 restaurants in total across the Montego Bay area. Change of scene, and remember the courtesy bus between the 2 resorts as well. We've got an Indian restaurant here. We don't have one at Montego Bay. So if you're into that type of food, you'd need to be at Royal Caribbean to do that. You've got outside dining as well. You've got Spices, which is our Caribbean restaurant. Also, that has outside dining as well. How amazing is that to have a meal there just overlooking the Caribbean Sea? It's all about the location. Now, if you're staying at Sandals Royal Caribbean, also Sandals Montego Bay, and you've booked certain categories of club or butler suites, you also get private BMW transfers from the airport. Okay, it is only a short transfer, but that's a nice little facility that you'll get if you're staying at those 2 resorts. And I'll come back to this in a second as well when we look at another resort, because it does benefit another resort as well. So the beauty of Royal Caribbean Montego Bay, again, that shorter transfer time, the stay at 1, play at 2, and the private offshore island experience as well with that Thai restaurant. Okay, we're done in Montego Bay area. So back on the bus, no time to waste. We're going to head on down the coast. Probably about a 45-50 minute transfer through to the Negril area. So you do actually go through Montego Bay, the sort of bustling Montego Bay area, to get through the other side to then get onto the road through to Negril. Once there, we have one Sandals resort, but we also have a Beaches resort as well. Remember, Beaches is the family product, at least as Lisa mentioned at the start, but you do have an option of 2 resorts here. Sandals Negril. Negril is famed for its lovely 7-mile beach. Okay, I like to run along this beach every morning before breakfast, make sure I've done my daily steps before 10 o'clock, and then I get back to resort and I have the most amazing breakfast at one of the restaurants there. I'm joking, I've never I've walked along it, but certainly not 7 miles, that's for sure. But slightly smaller, well, similar size resort to the two in Montego Bay, 226 rooms and suites, everything from luxury level right through to the Butler suites. And as I've shown you with the other two resorts so far, location-wise, you can't get better. Stretched along that beautiful 7 Mile beach, but obviously a part of that 7 Mile beach. Little villages, we like to call it. The top end, you've got Millionaire Suites, which is very much Butler category. So it's almost like a resort within a resort, if you like. You've got 7 global gourmet restaurants here. Okay, remember, no cover charges. You eat what you want when you want. The Sundowner restaurant is beautiful in the evening. Kimonos, which is teppanyaki style dining. Chef comes and cooks for you. Sit around a hot plate. It's great fun. It's interactive. It's what a holiday should all be about. So I'm going to take you back to that the top of the beach, and one of my favourite rooms in Sandals NEGRIL is called a Honeymoon Beachfront. It's a 2-story, 1-bedroom butler suite with the soaking tub, a 1B for short. Upstairs, you've got your bedroom, okay, the king-size bed, standard at all resorts. You've got an amazing bathroom area as well. And then downstairs, you've actually got a lounge area. So you walk in downstairs, you've got your lounge, you can sit and max and relax. There's your bar down there as well. And there's my butler, look, just bringing my morning cocktail to me. Happy days. But beach-wise, you can't get any closer than this category. And these have all been totally refurbished as well. So it's located on Jamaica's 7 Mile beach. As I say, if you're beachy people, then NEGRIL might be a great choice for you to look at. Just steps from the beach, all room categories, you can't go wrong here. And then you've got that famous Sundowner restaurant, which is silver serviced Caribbean cuisine. It is the wow factor in the evening as well. So there we go. No time to wait. No time for a red stripe, I'm afraid. I'm working you hard today. Back on the bus, and we're going to just go past BUTCH'S NEGRIL, which is also located on that 7 Mile beach. We're not going to stop here because we're going to head on down to Sandals South Coast. South Coast is truly amazing. This is one of my personal favorites in Jamaica because it's basically got everything. And this photo pretty much sums up this resort. It's a very remote resort, so you're very much going to South Coast to just enjoy the resort and the facility here. There are certain tours and excursions that you can do from the South Coast. The Appleton Rum Factory is not far from here, so that's a great tour and excursion I definitely recommend. But if you're looking to do Dunn's River Falls or some of the more popular excursions that people do on Jamaica, South Coast wouldn't it definitely wouldn't be a great choice because all of those excursions are located up on the north coast. But the big benefit of South Coast is that beautiful white sand beach, which actually arcs around the resort itself. It is truly amazing. This is much of a private beach as you can get in Jamaica, in my opinion. So we're actually going up in size, 372 unique rooms and suites, but it's got a very simple layout. There's 3 villages, the French village, the Dutch village in the middle, and the Italian village. And we've actually added a 4th village to this resort, which I'll show you in a second, called the Rendezvous Village. 9 global gourmet restaurants. My favorite here is called Sushi on the Sand. So I showed you Soy restaurant in Montego Bay. So it's a similar sort of sushi restaurant, if you like, but it is located right on the beach, hence the name. But it's absolutely amazing, the dining at South Coast for sure. And this is the Rendezvous Village. Absolutely stunning round rooms. That's what we call the rendezvous rooms. You've got this amazing lagoon pool which sort of meanders in and around all of the rendezvous suites. So you do get swim up. There's swim up rendezvous suites with a private pool sanctuary, all furnished to the very highest of standards. A bathroom, most amazing bathroom, bigger than my downstairs. I think that particular bathroom is. But this is very much, if you want quiet, but with all the facilities, because it becomes with the butler service as well, then I would definitely recommend looking at the Rendezvous Village at Sandals South Coast. But we've also totally refurbished the Dutch village as well. So there's the 3 villages, it's the one in the middle. And the big thing that we've done here is we've added in a lagoon pool. So we've actually added swim up options here, not just swim up Butler Suite, which you can see impressions of here. But we've also added swim up club level rooms as well, so a bit more affordable possibly, but obviously you don't benefit from that Butler experience. And then on the higher categories with it, the higher floors within the Dutch village, we've also got luxury level rooms as well. So you don't benefit from the lagoon pool, but you benefit from having a totally brand new, totally refurbished room as well. Now, Sandals South Coast is the only resort we've got in any of the Sandals portfolio which has what I call the over-the-water hat trick. So by that, I mean it has the over-the-water wedding chapel. We've got over-the-water suites, like I showed you at Sandals Royal Caribbean. And we actually have the most amazing over-the-water bar as well, called Latitudes. So they actually have over-the-water hammocks, 5:30 sunset in the South Coast. Grab a champagne, grab a drink, grab a cocktail, grab a red stripe, and you get the most amazing sunsets in this part of Jamaica. So and best viewed at the at Latitudes, the over the water bar. So it is very much about location, location, location. It's set on a 500-acre nature reserve. As I've shown you, it's got everything. It's very self-contained, and also all those over-the-water facilities as well. Tranquil resort set on a stunning beach. That's the best way that I can sum up Sandals South Coast. So back on the bus, no time to wait, and we've got a bit of a transfer now up to the north coast. Now, if we in real life we were going to be doing this transfer from the airport, one of the 2 airports, OCHO RIOS area resorts, the 2 that we have here, as I said at the start, are accessible easily from both Kingston and Montego Bay International Airport. You're looking at roughly an hour 40, hour 45-minute transfer from either. Okay, so we're going to have to go around the coast today, which is going to take us about 3 hours. But hey, we've made it. And in OCHO RIOS, you have a Sandals, 2 Sandals resorts, and we also have our second Beaches resort in OCHO RIOS as well. So we're going to bypass Beaches OCHO RIOS today, and we're going to go straight to Sandals OCHO. Now, I said I love Sandals South Coast because of the location, the beach, and it's a beautiful, beautiful resort. But I also love Sandals OCHO Beach Resort as well. And the reason why I love Sandals OCHO Beach Resort, well, there's a number of factors, but the big one is because it's our biggest resort. I like a big resort. I like a resort which has got a lot of facilities, and that is exactly what you get in Sandals OCHO Beach Resort. 519 rooms and suites, so we've almost 200 more rooms than what I've just shown you at Sandals South Coast. Everything from luxury level through to butler category. But there's one thing for sure, you're not going to starve at Sandals OCHO. So just before I come on to the dine-in, I just want to show you the resort. So you know, up until now, I've been mentioning the fact that everything is sort of only a stone's throw from the beach. But at OCHO, you have the balance of, if you want beachfront location, we can do that. If you want gardens location, we can do that. If you want a Butler VIP resort within a resort, you can see at the very back there, you've got the Butler Village, and everything in that area resort are all Butler suites. So you don't necessarily benefit from the sea views. Remember, this is an artist impression sort of map, if you like, but you do get a lovely, quiet, tranquil room sort of located at the back of the resort, if you like. So it just depends what's important to you as regards your room. Again, Matt and Lisa can talk you through that. So as I say, you're not going to starve. 16 global gourmet restaurants, everything is here. Okay, daytime dining with like the pizzerias to very much the evening dining. There's something for everyone, most definitely. Couple of rooms that I would suggest to look out for if you're looking at going to Sandals OCHO. This is my favorite club level category, and these are always well priced for the UK market. It's called a Honeymoon Hideaway Luxury Club Level Garden Cottage. So they're situated in the gardens. The name sort of gives it away a little bit. Little cottages, there's 4 separate rooms to a cottage, but you're surrounded by our beautiful manicured sort of gardens, if you like, nice and quiet, beautiful setting. And the thing is with Ochi, it's very much more the traditional feel to the rooms. You can see the more darker woods, the mahogany woods, which, you know, very much a historical sort of feel to a lot of our rooms. But with the refurbishment program that we've done in a lot of resorts, we've started to move away a little bit more from that. But hey, that's what a lot of people want to go to the Caribbean for. So is to have that sort of traditional feel, in which case Sandals Ochi would be a great option. You still get your king size bed, which happens to be a full poster bed in this category. And you get all the other facilities of having a club level room as well. So the garden's location. But the other big thing is with Ochi, is the how much affordable the butler suites are here. Okay, so if you want the best of the best in terms of you want to experience the butler rooms and suites, then go straight to Sandals Ochi, because this is where we have our most affordable butler suites across any resort. Okay, Matt and Lisa can advise you. They know, they book loads of these, so they can tell you the ins and outs of all of these, the what we call the V1 and the HV1 rooms. But the big thing about them is they're located in that butler village. There's 4 rooms to a cottage again, and you benefit from having this private, semi-private pool. So the maximum number of people around this pool is going to be 8 people that share that particular sort of block of rooms, if you like. But you get the added benefit of it being a butler suite. So if you're looking for the Caribbean, you want the best of the best, but you may be on a bit more of a budget, then I'd say Ochi is a great go-to resort, if you like. So great prices year round, as it says there, across all rooms. You've got the choice of 2 different arrival points, so Montego Bay and Kingston, 90-minute transfer maximum, and the fact you've got those amazing dining options there as well, 16. Okay, so that's Sandals Ochi. And I'm going to basically show you chalk and cheese here. I've shown you the biggest resort, and I'm now going to show you the smallest resort on Jamaica. So we're back on the bus, but really it's actually right next door. 2 minutes on the bus, and we're right next door at Sandals Royal Plantation. We could actually almost walk along the beach to this resort. Now, Sandals Royal Plantation is a small, intimate, all butler resort. So if you like that, if you want that butler experience, you want that VIP experience, you don't want to maybe be in a big resort, which is exactly what Sandals Ochi is and Sandals South Coast is, then Royal Plantation might be the resort for you. It's 74 ocean-facing all butler suites. Okay. It used to be a member of the leading small hotels of the world. It actually used to be known just as Royal Plantation, and then we brought it within the Sandals remit, if you like. But it's very much the people that like the finer things in life, which is what I'm all about. Afternoon tea on the terrace, that's what you do at Royal Plantation. Very civilized, very upmarket. So it's a smaller resort, as you can see here, but it's slap bang on the beach. And as it said, 74 ocean-facing butler suite. So you're going to get a room that overlooks the sea and the ocean and possibly the beach as well. So because it's smaller, you're going to get a bit more limited choices with your dining. However, we do have exchange privileges if you're staying at Royal Plantation with Sandals Ochi next door. So if you're staying at Royal Plantation, you can use all the facilities at Sandals Ochi. There's another 16 restaurants that you can utilize. However, those exchange privileges don't work the other way, because we can't cope with, we wouldn't be able to cope with all those people from Ochi coming across the Royal Plantation. So that is a benefit if you're staying at Royal Plantation and you want to use the Ochi ones. So Le Papillon, French restaurant, white glove restaurant, open in the evening, amazing food, absolutely brilliant. My favorite room here is called Villa Plantana. It's amazing location to the left of the resort, and it will actually sleep up to 4 separate couples. So if you want to go on holiday maybe with friends, then you can actually hire Villa Plantana for up to 8 people. There's this lounge area, it comes with butler service. You've got your own private pool here, which just you and the other 6 people would utilize as well. So again, it's a room, a lovely room, sort of almost like a resort within a resort as well. So very much Royal Plantation, small, intimate, all Butler, 74 ocean facing Butler suites. You've got the exchange privileges with OCHO next door. And also in the Ocho Rios area, we have a golf course called Sandals Golf and Country Club. So regardless of whether you're staying at Royal Plantation or Sandals OCHO, you get complimentary unlimited green fees as well. Okay, so on the bus, and we're going to go back to the airport because that's our grand tour of Jamaica finished. However, I do want to just give you a snippet of something that's due to come in possibly early 2023. We'll see how it goes, but we've actually recently announced that we've purchased some real estate in the Duns River area. So it's between Ocho Rios and going back to Montego Bay. We used to have Sandals Duns River in our portfolio. The lease came up, it went to another resort, but we've actually now purchased that outright. Currently, it's only that building or those two buildings to the right-hand side. So Sandals Duns River was recently known as Jules Duns River. We've purchased it, and it's going to have a top to the bottom renovation and an additional 260 rooms at Sandals Duns River. We're going to be adding 10 restaurants to this part of the resort, 9 pools, 7 whirlpools. We're going to have a Rondavel village, like I showed you at South Coast, but these are going to be bigger and better. They're going to have roof terraces on them, which we don't have at any of our Rondavel suites across any of the portfolio. And they're going to have sky pool suites as well. So the other building that there's going to be new build is going to have sky pool suites actually on the balcony. So that we're bringing a whole new level of wow to Sandals and to Jamaica. And then once we've opened Sandals Duns River, we're then going to move on to phase 2, which will be Royal Duns River. So this is going to be an additional 250 rooms and suites. It's going to be obviously a sister hotel to Sandals Duns River, full exchange privileges between those two resorts as well. And if you know Sandals Barbados, the blueprint of this resort to me looks exactly what the Sandals Royal Barbados looks like. And it's new build from the ground upwards. So this most definitely is going to be the wow factor. So that's it. Congratulations. Off back home on your flight. And that is Jamaica for you.
Neil, you've done it again. You've made me super hungry.
Good, that's the plan.
And longing for the Caribbean and Sandals. So thank you so much. Like you said in the slides there, both myself and Lisa have been to Jamaica many times. We know the right resort for you once we have that initial consultation. So we really look forward to speaking to you. I'm just looking at Lisa, she's on mute. I'm not sure whether she's saying anything, but just before we finish, Lisa.
I'm here. I'm here. It's the same as you, Matt. Just looking at all those resorts. Obviously, we've been and stayed in some, visited some, and just bringing back great memories of the Sandals holidays. We always have a good time when you go to Sandals, don't you?
We do. Well, thank you, Neil, once again. If you've got any questions following that video, then please let us know. If we don't know the answer to anything, then Neil will. So we've got him on our side here, and please check out other videos on the channel, as well as the other videos from Neil as well. So have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and see you soon.
Bye, everyone.